Today I would like to show you a filmmakers smartphone case I've made. It's made out of plywood for many reasons. First, it's cheap and readily available. Second, it's easy to work with. And third, it's sturdy and rigid enough for its purpose. I could have designed it on a computer and have it CNC machined on aluminium or steel or plastic, but it's just too much form over function. Plywood is more than enough, and I think that another plus is that it has this appealing, warm, rough look, contrary to high-tech metal or plastic. It's simply easy to work with wood. And the basic idea was to use one layer of plywood as the base, and then stack smaller pieces of plywood to create a frame over the place where the phone is supposed to be, and sort of a second layer which surrounds the phone. One piece, which we can see over here, is cut at an angle. It creates something like a wedge which keeps the phone from falling off, from sliding. And on the opposite side we have a lock which also has a wedged piece of plywood which applies constant pressure on the phone and keeps it inside the case without moving. Maybe you could see this, but there is a hidden spring over here which applies constant pressure. So there is no way the phone is going to fall off. I will show you later about this thing. The front of the case has 3 holes. One is for the lens. It's quite wide to make sure there is no vignetting. I have plans maybe to paint it black on the inside to make sure that there are no light reflections. The second hole is for the microphone. When you have a closer look, I just hope that my camera will allow this. Yeah, when you have a closer look, you can see that the upper layer of plywood is angled, and it's to make sure that the sound is redirected from here to the microphone, which is on the side of the phone. Quite a clever idea, I think, because you have better sound quality than just making a hole and forgetting about it. And the third hole is, well, just to put a finger in it and push the phone through to pop it off the case. So you just press the lock, pop the phone, and the phone is out. The bottom side, which we can see over here, has a hole with a hidden nut inside. And this lets me connect, like in this case, a quick release tripod plate, like the one you can see, and I can also connect other accessories, like a battery pack, additional light maybe, or a heavy piece of metal, which will make the case heavy and more stable, because you need inertia and weight to make stable shots. Well, I could actually create phones, cases for all kinds of phones, but the one I have is the Sony Xperia M5, which really produces great films, and you can also do it yourself. It's quite easy. You just need skills. You need some basic tools like a miter saw or a table saw and a router, and that's it maybe, and basic woodworking techniques. So let's go to my workshop right now. So here we are in my messy workshop, and as I mentioned earlier, these are the basic tools you need to make this phone case. So this is my router, quite a big one, so it wasn't really easy working with it, but as you can see, here's the shape it makes. It gives you rounded corners around any kind of plywood. So that's tool number 1. And the second tool which you need, probably not as big as this one, but you need some kind of table saw. in order to be able to cut straight lines. As you can see, it's a moving table, so you just put a piece of plywood and cut through it. And of course all kinds of wood clamps to keep it all together. Okay, so we are back inside, and I wanted to show you, just to make sure you get the idea, how I made this case. What you see here, or hopefully what you can't see here, are two layers of plywood. One is over here, the other one is over here, and this is like this all around. But you can't see this because the texture of the wood, the grain, is well combined, except for this part, where you can see that there is an angle. I made it by gluing together the base part and the second part of plywood, and then routing it to have rounded edges. And well, that's it. I will just put my phone inside so you can see how it works. Here's the video from my second low quality phone, and here's the Sony Xperia M5. It could be an iPhone, could be anything else, but I don't like iPhones because the film quality is not so good and the price is too high. But anyway, you take the case, you put the phone like this, and the phone is secured in place. Absolutely. You can do whatever you want, nothing's going to happen. It looks like this. Totally safe, totally stable. And here we have the power button to power it on off. It took me quite a lot of time to make it because it can't fall off from this side and from the other side. And here is the microphone, here's the lens, and just to pop it off, you push it with your finger like this. So I hope you like it.